The events in this program are inspired by a true story. Names, dates, and details have been changed. Viewer discretion is advised. On this episode of Bizarre Murders.
Some of the cars are worth a lot of money.
Like how much?
When three young men suddenly leave town,
No way.
a friend is convinced something is terribly wrong.
Gone. Disappeared.
But there's no evidence of foul play and no reason for detectives to investigate. Until a regular beat cop starts asking questions.
Well, feeling a bit sorry for ourselves, are we?
And makes a chilling discovery. Oh, boy. Will his determination to uncover the truth pay off? Or will someone get away with murder?
Oh, no.
Go on, bro.
Simon and Seth are close-knit brothers, less than a year apart in age, who live for football. Simon's a respected quarterback, while Seth plays wide receiver. They easily made it into college on full sports scholarships. The brothers went to the same high school as Aiden, but they came from different social crowds.
Well, it's a lot easier to catch it than to toss it, I think.
See that.
But they did have some things in common.
1, 2, 3.
Nice. I'd say that's a touchdown.
Namely, smoking grass.
You smell? Nice.
And fantasy card games.
You tell anyone about this, and your ass is grass. That's funny, grass.
And any of your subhuman compadres mess with me, your pot supply suddenly gets stuck at the border.
Harsh talk, dude.
Yeah, that's my game, folks. Don't take it so harsh, gentlemen. Consolation prize.
Here are your math assignments.
Nice.
There you go. Cheers to that, baby.
Sweet.
One more, folks?
I know what you're thinking. Why would these guys be hanging out together? We all know high school is a pressure cooker full of competing cliques. Come to think of it, it's a lot like law enforcement. But that same environment can produce some surprising friendships. And when you've got something in common, like gaming, brains and brawn can get along just fine.
From the moment they had thrown their first football, the brothers had dreamed of making it to the NFL. But they got blindsided in their final year when they didn't make the draft pick. And now they've come back home, tails between their legs, to live with their mother, Michelle, and figure out what to do with their lives. Unlike his jock buddies, Aiden never went to college. He didn't have to. After high school, he got a high-paying job programming an online version of Demon Rap, his favorite game. It's a far cry from his years as a lonely geek teenager. He's got money, a career, and the respect of the programming community. The only trace of his high school days is a lingering anxiety. But instead of pot, he now relies on designer medication to keep himself level.
Can't believe we haven't seen this dude since high school, bro.
Wonder if he's still into that awesome fantasy card game.
Probably, bro. You know, I hear he's got a stack of money now. Apparently he's some big-time computer guy. So what do you think? is a really nice place.
Thank you. Doing well for yourself, man.
Oh, there's something you folks have to see. Do you remember this?
Whoa, dude, blast from the past.
See, bro, I knew it. The cool card game. So you still collect these Demon Wrath cards?
Oh yeah, I've got hundreds now. Some of them worth a lot of money.
Like how much?
Thousands, my friend. So, ready to slay some demons?
Totally. All right. Do you have anything to smoke, though?
Are you serious? Nah, I gave that up a while ago.
The brothers spend the summer trying to find executive positions in the sports industry. But the best they can get are retail jobs at a local sporting goods store.
Turn those frowns upside down, boys.
It's just until something better comes along.
When's that gonna happen, Mom?
We can still coach, bro.
Coaching's for losers, bro. You know, this sucks, bro. We should be driving 4x4s right now.
Yeah, you said it, bro.
Well, 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 if it isn't the football brothers. So this is what a college degree looks like, is it?
No, sir.
Feeling a bit sorry for ourselves, are we?
No, sir, we were just...
Listen, you boys listen to me. I played college ball too. I didn't make it to the big time either. But did I loiter around? No. I made something of myself. So just pull up your jock straps and make your mother proud.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now scram.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next time I won't be so understanding.
Officer O'Farrell is one of those cops who just loves to walk his beat. He grew up in this neck of the woods, and he's been patrolling it for decades. He never made detective because he never wanted to. His place is in the streets, I get that, looking out for the citizens. He knows everyone, and everyone knows him. And don't let that lowly rank fool you. A good beat cop sees all and knows all.
Okay, guys, let's take a break. I have something you guys have to see. You know what this is? Gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to the Big Beast. It is the most valuable Demon Wrath card in existence. There are only 5 in the world.
Oh, it looks awesome, dude.
How much is it worth?
25,000. It's a brave new world, gentlemen. The geek shall inherit the earth. Oh wait, we already have.
For the brothers, it's shocking that someone with only a high school diploma could be making that much money.
25 large on a gaming card? It's pretty outrageous, isn't it? It makes the brothers think about just how much things have changed since high school. Those Friday night lights are a memory, and so far a college education hasn't gotten them anywhere close to the kind of cash their buddy Aiden is throwing around. It makes the brothers think pretty hard about their future prospects. I mean, they can't sell football cleats and shoulder pads forever. In their minds, they're playing on the losing team.
Aiden's best friend is Bree.
Hey,
Hey,
Like the brothers, she's just graduated college. She's opening her own comic book store in the neighborhood with a little help from Aiden's extensive collection.
what's on your mind?
I don't know. Just after seeing the brothers makes me think that some people peak in high school, that's it for them. I don't want to be one of those guys. And I think I'm gonna move downtown. I can afford it now. I can get out of the suburbs.
Are you sure? It's a big step and I miss you.
I don't know, I'm thinking about it. I gotta go.
When Bree shows up with Aiden's medication the following day, he isn't home. But the door is open, and it looks like he left in a hurry.
What the hell? No way. I think they were the last ones to see Aiden.
Oh.
Michelle explains that her sons are storing some of Aiden's stuff while he moves downtown, but she hasn't seen them today.
Moving? Already, but that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, Aiden told his friend Bree he was thinking of leaving the suburbs, but he didn't say anything about pulling a fly-by-night vanishing act. And she knows Aiden can't go for very long without his meds. Something is definitely wrong with this picture. Bree knows it, and she's gonna do something about it.
When Bree discovers Aiden has abruptly left town with his jock friends, Simon and Seth, she tries to file a missing person report.
Officer O'Farrell, I need to talk to you about Aiden.
Aiden, how's your whiz kid friend?
He's gone. Disappeared.
Bree explains about Aiden missing their date. She says he relies on his anxiety medication and he would never just leave town without telling her.
It does seem a little odd. I'm sure everything's fine. Those football brothers are probably a bad influence on him. I'll look into it.
Now, even if it's unexpected, Aiden taking off is not enough to launch a missing persons investigation. It's strange, but it doesn't look like any crime has been committed. And O'Farrell, he isn't a detective anyway, but he knows Aiden, just like he knows everyone else in the neighborhood, and it seems out of character. He can't technically investigate, but if you've been in law enforcement long enough, you know there are ways to, let's just say, make inquiries without it being exactly official.
For the next 3 days, Officer O'Farrell uses the detective squad computer to monitor Aiden's bank and cell phone activity. But curiously, there isn't any.
In my experience, people take off for all sorts of reasons. But here we have a guy who medicates for anxiety, who skipped town without telling his best friend, whose phone is set to radio silence, and who doesn't seem to be spending any money. As an investigator, that's what I call cause for alarm. But who knows why people do what they do? Maybe Aiden's off his meds and freaking out somewhere. Maybe it's kidnapping or worse. Or maybe he's taking a few days for himself. You just never know. In any case, time for our beat cop to start asking around the neighborhood.
They just left all this stuff here and took off.
The brother's mother says she hasn't seen her sons since they came home 3 nights ago in a rental van full of Aiden's belongings. They told her they were helping Aiden move and needed to store some of his stuff temporarily.
Do you remember the name of the rental company?
Yes. Excess baggage. You know, Officer O'Farrell, boys will be boys, but this is ridiculous. Do you know their boss keeps calling?
Did you see or talk to Aiden at all?
No.
Officer O'Farrell learns that Aiden rented the moving van the night before Bree went to his house, but it wasn't returned to the same lot he rented it from. He thinks if he locates the van, he might find Aiden and the brothers.
What are you boys up to?
The van was returned to another company lot, miles away in the city.
Oh, boy.
Blood is the last thing Officer O'Farrell was expecting to find. He notifies the detective squad of the blood evidence, and it's sent to the lab for testing.
Whenever I'm looking for someone who's gone AWOL, I know the chances are they'll turn up safe and sound eventually because statistically that's what usually happens. But there's nothing like signs of violence to smack down that assumption. For Officer O'Farrell, that van's not just a clue to where the boys might be, it's a possible crime scene.
Two days after sending the blood sample to the lab, he gets a call from the brother's mother.
Well, they're here, safe and sound, and in a lot of trouble. Do you know they got fired from their jobs for not showing up this week?
So, lads, where you been?
The brothers tell Officer O'Farrell that when Aiden decided to ditch the suburbs for the city, he'd asked them to store his precious collections of comics and game cards. Then they drove him to Chicago and dropped him off at an L station downtown. That was the last they'd seen of him.
That was 5 days ago. Did you walk back from here?
Well, Aiden paid us a lot of money to move his stuff.
So we decided to party a bit. Another round of brewskis.
Bro, this place is filled with geeks, and there's not even a TV anywhere.
Okay, don't worry about it. Hey, beer over here.
The brothers say they bar hopped into the night and crashed in a hotel until Aiden's money ran out. Then they'd taken the train back home.
Which hotel? Where downtown was it?
Can't really remember. We were drinking a lot.
Simon, Seth, go outside and play ball or something, okay? I'll deal with you later. Officer O'Farrell. I didn't want to say anything when the boys were here, but I wanted to show you this. That's Arnie Sullivan's signature from 1948.
Michelle says her sons brought the signed football back from Chicago as a gift for her, but they'd forgotten to remove the $2,000 price tag.
That's pretty generous for two guys with no dough. O'Farrell thinks our boys know way more about what happened to Aiden than they're letting on. If it were me, I'd haul him down to the station, right? Wrong. Because this is the kind of situation cops everywhere dread. It looks really fishy, but the problem is, it could all have a perfectly reasonable explanation. Aiden could be trooping around Chicago looking for a new pad. So our patrolman has no grounds to arrest anyone. He's gonna need some evidence if he wants to color the bros.
Officer O'Farrell examines the security footage from the parking lot where he found the van. But even though it was rented in Aiden's name, Aiden himself is nowhere to be seen.
Just doesn't add up. Those boys are hiding something.
It's suspicious enough for the detective squad to arrange a search warrant for the brothers' house.
What's your recipe?
Just chocolate, bananas, throw a little bit of vanilla in there.
Open up, boys. Come on now.
After the boys leave, Officer O'Farrell searches the property and discovers marijuana. Which gives him an idea.
Oh, no. O'Farrell here. Possible 187.
Okay, so there's nothing conclusive tying the brothers to Aiden's death. But he didn't get into that dumpster by himself, and they were probably the last people to see him alive. Not to mention, they took off when the cops arrived to search their house. And my guess is that Dumb and Dumber put Aiden in the dumpster because it was the only place they could think of. But it's all circumstantial. O'Farrell needs hard proof the brothers did this, or better yet, a confession, if he can find them.
With the discovery of Aiden's body, the missing person case has become a murder investigation. The last people known to have seen him are his friends, Simon and Seth, and they're now wanted for questioning. As the police put out an all-points bulletin on the brothers, Officer O'Farrell asks Aiden's friend Bree for help.
The coroner said it was blunt force trauma to the head.
I knew they had something to do with it. Those meatheads.
What are these? I found some in the van as well. Some kind of game?
A fantasy game. Aiden collected those. Some of them are worth a lot of money. I mean, a lot of money.
The boys are probably selling them. Any idea where?
Look, in our scene, we do some on-the-side business sometimes. It's not always legit.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot, too.
Hello, boys.
End zone, bro. Bro!
How's the washroom?
Let's go, boys. Look, boys, it's the last down, and you got a lot of yardage to cover. You better start talking.
Honestly, sir, we didn't do anything.
But we fumbled. It's game over.
We were just selling cards.
Selling those cards to pay for a one-way trip out of town by the looks of it.
Just wanted the big beast. Shut up.
The big what?
Big beast to sell.
Seth tells Officer O'Farrell that they were hanging out with Aiden playing Demon Wrath.
You gonna bring out that big beast card and slay our asses or what?
No way, it's too powerful. That just wouldn't be playing fair.
You know what's not playing fair? You having all sorts of money while we slave away. It ain't right. We went to college, man.
Well, easy, bro.
Whatever.
Let's cool our jets, guys. Gonna go make some more tea.
I need another beer. We're out of brewskis. Go grab us a six-pack at the store.
Hey. What's going on?
Don't know what you're talking about.
Put it back.
You mean this?
Put the beast back.
Make me. Oh, you must really love the beast, huh?
No, give it back! Now, normally, Aiden's a laid-back guy, but he's also a collector, and when it comes to their stuff, collectors are a special kind of protective. That big beast card is Aiden's prized possession, and he ain't gonna let it go without a fight.
Too bad you suck at fighting.
Give it back, you mouth breather!
That's it. I'm gonna call the cops.
You call me a mouth breather, bro.
I've seen 100 homicide situations like this one. Simon didn't plan to kill his buddy. He just wanted that card. But there was more to it than what the card was actually worth. It also symbolized everything he thought was unfair about his life. No money, no success, no future. I mean, why should some geek like Aiden have it all, right? Add some booze to that envy and frustration, and you've got a recipe for rage. And when Aiden actually fought back, well, it pushed Simon over the edge.
I don't know about this, bro.
Shut up.
Seth tells Officer O'Farrell that they knew Aiden was thinking about leaving the suburbs. So they rented a van using Aiden's credit card and tried to make it look like they were helping him move downtown. After dumping Aiden's body and stashing his belongings at their mother's house, they drove into Chicago with the valuable Demon Wrath cards. They'd managed to sell most of the cards at different gaming stores, but no one could afford the Big Beast until a store owner directed them to the Dragon's Hoard, a black market bar where collectors do business out of sight of the taxman.
Speakeasies, illegal poker parlors, motels selling stolen firearms. I've seen it all, but gaming cards and comic books? Hey, why should the geeks be left out of the black market after all? And if two jocks stumble in with the geek equivalent of Jimmy Hoffa's wristwatch looking to sell, well, business is business. But the brothers are now like all crooks with a suitcase full of money. They have a problem. What to do with it? After blowing a stack on an epic bender like they all do, they go back to their mama's house. I mean, what else would these knuckleheads do?
I knew coming home was the wrong play.
Shut up, bro.
This whole thing was a bad play from start to finish. But you'll have plenty of time to think about where you went wrong.
Simon is convicted of second-degree murder and sentenced to 25 years in prison. Seth is convicted on accessory charges and gets 15 years.
So this tale of a geek and his two jock friends didn't exactly turn out well. Maybe it was inevitable that they'd grow apart, but then envy reared its ugly head, and Aiden's success pushed the brothers over the line of scrimmage and into murder. With all that cash from Aiden's game cards, our boys thought they were dancing in the end zone. But they were just too dumb to know they'd never get away with it, and they really didn't count on some humble beat cop taking them down. So next time you want to commit murder, at least make sure you have a game plan. Better yet, don't make the play at all, because chances are you'll wind up like our dim-witted bros. For them, it's game over for good.